Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report from TPC Scottsdale and the WM Phoenix Open. I'm Parris. Some of the greatest stars from around the world of sports and entertainment had their chance to take a swing at the greatest show on grass today, as they were paired with some of the PGA Tour's best players for the 2025 WM Phoenix Open, a Nexus Pro-Am. It was the Arizona Diamondbacks that traded in their bats for clubs, and while their swings may have looked just a little bit different, they still had that good old competitive nature.
How can you best describe that experience?
Yeah, Riley, it was crazy what went down here last night. It was 5 seconds to go in the first half. Arizona State had a running play. They weren't able to get out of bounds, so they call a timeout. During that timeout, out of nowhere, this haboob, the sandstorm, this thunderstorm, whatever you want to call what happens in Arizona at this time of the year, popped us out of nowhere. The visibility went down exponentially, and then after that, Southern Utah called the timeout. So it was like 2 or 3 minutes in between plays, and this storm came out of nowhere. Arizona State was able to score on the final play of scrimmage of the half and get into the locker room before a 2-hour and 50-minute delay. But man, oh man, Riley, I've never seen anything like it at a college football game. I'm going to remember it for a long time.
That's exactly right, Henaro. It's another beautiful day here at Sloan Park, the spring training home of the Chicago Cubs, where fans have historically had a great experience. It's the park that brings out more fans than any other park in all of the Cactus Leagues. Now, many season ticket holders like to arrive hours early before first pitch of any given game and set up tailgates for all 17 of the Cubs home games during the spring. And the Diamondbacks, who missed out on the postseason by just one game to end last season, well, you can bet that their manager, Torey Lovullo, has one goal in mind, and that's to play in the postseason in 2025. And the Diamondbacks believe that they have the pitching staff to get them there this year after signing Corbin Burnes to a $210 million contract during the offseason. Now, another familiar Arizona face is getting ready to tee it up in the 2025 WM Phoenix Open, as Arizona State's Josele Ballester is set to make his PGA Tour debut after earning one of 5 sponsors exemptions into the tournament. The Sun Devil Senior is coming into the tournament with plenty of success, having captured the 2024 U.S. Amateur Championship at Hazeltine National Golf Club in Chaska, Minnesota, a month before winning collegiately for the first time at the Fighting Illini Invitational at Olympia Fields. The 21-year-old is confident that he'll be able to contend, and of course, he's quite familiar with.
So let's take a moment to look back at the summer it was for the Sun Devils. All right, we got to start with this guy, the phenom. Leon Marchand won not 1, not 2, but 3 gold medals at the World Aquatic Championships in Japan, including a record-breaking performance in the 400-meter individual medley when he finished in 4 minutes, 2.50 seconds, breaking Michael Phelps' last remaining world record while Phelps was on the call of the event. Now, the well-documented Sun Devil supporter donned the medal on Marchand in what could be a true passing of the torch moment. And don't forget, folks, the Paris Olympics are right around the corner. It's quite the impressive effort to overcome an 11-point deficit with less than 3 minutes left last night, and the Sun Devils' 16 forced turnovers in the second half was a big help. We now welcome in men's basketball reporter Justin Lacertosa. And Justin, through just 3 games this season, the Sun Devils have clearly found their identity on the defensive end of the floor. What has ignited that spark into this Arizona State defense? Coming off its first win in program history over an SEC program, and let's hop into the highlights. That's Cam Skattebo, the reigning AP Player of the Week, the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week, and we'll pick things up halfway through the first quarter. It's Skattebo from the 1-yard line into the end zone. That would open up the scoring, make it 7-0 ASU. Skattebo giving it a little bit of waddle, his second touchdown of the season. Halfway through the second quarter now, Jordan McLeod looking for Jaden Williams. This a 6-yard touchdown pass to make it 14-7 Texas State, the first of 4 touchdowns through the air for McLeod in the game. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for Arizona State University tells the Arizona Republic that at least 8 international students had their visas revoked. The spokesperson also says that agents from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement have been on ASU's campus. It is not clear why the visas for the ASU students were reportedly revoked, but U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has previously said that his agency has revoked hundreds of student visas for students involved in crime or for acting against U.S. interests. And some top plays. Number 3 is ASU soccer. They're taking on Utah State yesterday. Look at this sweet pass at the top of the 18. Ashley Lenhart's shot goes off the post, but Florence Valencourt, the freshman, is there to clean it up. Her first goal in a Sun Devil uniform. And number 1, we're going across the pond to the old course at St. Andrews. It's Preston Summerhays representing Team USA in the Walker Cup. Look at this birdie putt all the way around, gets it to drop as Team USA wins in a big comeback.
Capped off by an 8-yard touchdown reception by Xavier Guillory. And for more on Guillory, we send it down to Ben Parris.
Xavier Guillory does a special celebration each time he scores a touchdown. He's Native American. He comes from the Nez Perce tribe. And when he scores, he puts 2 fingers up behind his helmet representing feathers and covers his mouth with his arm. He told us during practice this week, it's covering your face like a warrior. He also reiterated this week that when the ball comes to you, it's time to make a play, and that's what the whole wide receiver corps has had to do with Jordan Tyson out.
Arizona State comes out. So far, so good because of Kenny Dillingham now play calling, and with more on that, we send it down to Ben Parris.
Matt, thank you. And it was on Monday at practice when Coach Dillingham took over those play calling duties to create what he said was a sense of urgency. And if the Sun Devils haven't been playing that way so far, I don't know how they've been playing, because they do seem to have that sense of urgency. What Coach Dillingham has done during timeouts and in between plays is he's gone over to the offense on the bench and he's scripted the first 2 plays of each drive. So when the ASU offense hits the field here in a second, these first 2 plays will be scripted.
We've made it inside the 16th hole at TPC Scottsdale Coliseum hole. Now let's get into the golf for the 2025 tournament. The world number 1, Scotty Scheffler, 2-time champion, is returning. 2 of the best amateur golfers in the game are going to be here. Plenty of crowd favorites. Max Homa, Ricky Fowler. Got a great field again this year.
Yeah, we're really thrilled about our field.
You talk about competing at the highest level, so let's talk about the Big 12 championships for just a second. First ever one for ASU, like all the sports this year. Yeah. Bringing home ASU's 3rd and 4th Big 12 championships in just year 1 in the conference. Yeah. How exciting was that week for you? I know the environment up in Washington, and it wasn't, hey, we got to feel out the Big 12, got to get used to the new competition. I mean, you guys made a statement right away.
Yeah, it was exactly that.
And the election doesn't end at midnight on November 5th. It's going to take 10 to 13 days to count all the ballots, which is something that's actually pretty standard, but a lot of people have come to be surprised when they found out it takes nearly 2 weeks to count all the votes. Maybe it's become more publicized. But at what point does the election actually end for you?
Well, the election ends after an inauguration, right? I mean, that's just the reality of it.